Hi, and welcome to Podcasting with Keynote presentation. This podcast will demonstrate how to create a podcast using Keynote and how to send it to iTunes. Why use Keynote for a podcast? The slide formats in Keynote are uniform, and they help keep the presentation or podcast easy for the user to follow. The slideshow recording feature makes narrating a presentation simple, and the ability to share your presentation to iTunes makes converting to a podcast format simple. Let's start with some Keynote basics. Two of the most important Keynote tools you will need to know are the Media Browser and the Inspector windows. The Media Browser, located in the upper right-hand corner of your toolbar, allows you to insert audio, photos, or movies. The audio pulls from GarageBand or iTunes, the photos pull from iPhoto, and the movies pull from iMovie and Photo Booth. If you would like, you can always add audio, photos, or movies directly from your desktop, but this makes it easy if you already have the projects created in one of these programs. The Inspector window is also located in the upper right-hand corner of your toolbar, and it allows you to make global changes to your presentation. You can modify the font and formatting, you can create transitions, you can create shapes, create links, tables, and modify movies. You can also record a narration. Keynote and PowerPoint. Many PowerPoint presentations will open in Keynote without formatting issues. Others will require some reformatting. To open a PowerPoint presentation in Keynote, you can drag the icon of the presentation onto the icon for Keynote, or you can open Keynote and go to File, Open, and then navigate to your PowerPoint. Getting started. Create a Keynote presentation to be narrated and turned into a podcast. Remember, if you are using an existing PowerPoint presentation, check to make sure that the formatting came through correctly. Narrating the Keynote. Open the Inspector window and select the document icon in the upper left-hand corner. Then, in the middle, select Audio, and at the bottom, click on Record. Pressing record will start your Keynote in presentation mode. Keynote will automatically record your voice while you advance the slides at your own pace. You will be able to tell that the Keynote is recording your voice because in the upper left-hand corner of the presentation window, you will see an audio monitor moving while you talk. Note, it is best to record your narration from the first slide to the last. Stopping part way can make it act buggy and is not advised. Once you've created your Keynote PowerPoint or your Keynote presentation, you want to share it with iTunes. So to convert your Keynote presentation to an M4A format, go to the Share menu and select Send to, and then select iTunes. M4A is a compression format similar to MP3, but it can include images or video along with audio, whereas an MP3 format is strictly for audio. Once you've sent your podcast to iTunes, you need to make sure that you can find the file itself. So to do this, you can click on the icon of your podcast and then drag it from the iTunes menu onto your desktop. Or you can click on the file once and then go up to File in iTunes and go down to Show in Finder. And this will automatically open your Finder and show you where your podcast is located. It is important to know where your podcast file is so that you can upload it to a podcast hosting site such as Podbean, or to a video hosting site such as TeacherTube. Is this really a podcast? Yes. This is an enhanced podcast or a podcast with accompanying pictures. The strict definition of a podcast is a syndicated media broadcast with either audio or video and is sent out via the web. This definition has been commonly expanded to encompass standalone media broadcasts. Some people call these podcasts with a lowercase p, and the more formal syndicated broadcasts with a series of podcasts, they call those podcasts with a capital P. Podcasting with Keynote. Podcasting with Keynote can be used by teachers and embedded in their websites, their blogs, their Moodles, etc., or as an in-class student project. And it can be used as a presentation, a review summary, a documentary. These podcasts the students create can be embedded into Google Earth, Google Maps. They can be embedded into the student websites or student blogs, etc. Now, it is important to remember that your podcast will need to be hosted somewhere online and embedded into a website, blog, or Moodle. There are many free hosting websites out there that allow you to keep your work private, so don't think that you need to pay to host your podcast online. If you use SiteMaker or iWeb to embed your podcast in, and you use Ann Arbor Public Schools servers to host your site, you'll definitely need to use a site like Podbean or TeacherTube to hold the big files and then have them embedded into the site that's on Ann Arbor Public Schools servers. Your computer tech should be able to help you with this. I hope that you found this useful, and happy podcasting.